Well, South African Airways is reporting results, and it's had a massive loss attributable to an accounting error. Sounds like the old dodo of South African Airways, something that should have been put out of its misery a long time ago. But the taxpayer is still so footing the bill for this vanity project of a state-owned enterprise known as South African Airways that's illicitly competing with the private sector. South African Airways suffered a 354 million rand net loss for the 2023-2024 financial year, according to an audit. They report a sizable loss for the year, despite a climb in the number of flights and revenue. They said the results were impacted by increasing jet fuel costs and delays in global aircraft shortages. But the real problem was they had an error that was discovered during the auditing process meant that a previously recorded profit became a loss. The loss comes after a massive 210 million profit in the previous financial year, the first time since 2012 the airline had recorded a profit. Well, I question how much that's actually a profit and how much of that is a gift from the South African taxpayer as they keep getting bailed out. Now, they said that during the audit process, it was found that a 431 million gain from a creditor obligation had been incorrectly recorded as income and should have been labeled as an adjustment to earnings in the previous financial year. And this just kind of says it all about South African Airways. An auditing error. 431 million rand. That's not insignificant. It just shows you the ineptitude of this organization, this dodo bird that shouldn't be in the air. Now, despite the loss, the airline said that their revenues increased by 23% to $7 billion from the previous year. They have no debt, and they claim to have a strong equity position, but they don't own anything. Although flights have increased by 42%, they don't own aircraft. They're leasing these planes. Now, the CEO of the group, John Lamola, has all kinds of excuses talking about past intense uncertainty about the resuscitation of the airline. And of course, don't forget that they don't have a fleet. They're leasing planes. So we also need to remember that this whole thing with the late Pravin Gordhan, who was trying to hand this over to Takatso for a shareholder loan and sold 51% of the airline. That whole thing got scuppered. So this is just another vanity project by a communist government that wants to run institutions. So they have patronage places to put their friends. A 354 million rand loss because of a 431 million accounting error. Some things never change. And the flightless dodo that is South African Airlines is never going to change. Cheers.